Hello, everyone. Welcome back to episode 10 of our Minnesota Twins rebuild here on Out of the Park Baseball 27. If you have not seen last episode, do yourself a favor, go watch it, get some popcorn. We play 6 games, 3 against the Giants, 3 against the Rangers to close out the season. There are 4 walk-offs in there, couple extra innings in there, a blowout. It is a wild ride. Do yourself a favor, go and watch it, even if, based on the title and the picture in front of you, you know the end result. Some great games. We made the playoffs. Not only that, we earned ourselves the bye. Because going to the standing page here, as we beat the Rangers, we swept them, finished with the same record, and got the tiebreaker. Hilariously, the entire theme the whole season was that there was going to be 3, maybe even 4 AL Central teams in the playoffs. But unfortunately, the Royals struggled down the stretch. They went 3-7 to close. The Guardians didn't do enough in their last series against the Royals. The Tigers got swept in their final series against the Pirates. And so that is how you end up with 3 AL West teams and 0 goose egg AL Central. Disappointing from the division, but what can you do? Interestingly enough, I mean, if you look at all the records in the league, a lot of good parity. I mean, 10 games separates, the 7th best team in the American League with the 3rd worst. National League was, I mean, what do I even do with this? The Nationals, Padres, Rockies, all 30 games or worse. Reds were nearly there. Diamondbacks sucked. There was barely any playoff. It was depressing from the National League. But who cares about the National League? We're in the playoffs. Woo! We are facing the Seattle Mariners. They themselves swept the Royals in 2 games to close out that series. Annoyingly, that means we get to face George Kirby, and I assume it has Brian Wu as the projected starter. I don't know if he'll be healthy enough tomorrow, stamina-wise. They also only have, as you can see, 6 relievers, as you do. Their lineup is fairly. Oh, they just haven't changed their playoff roster. That's why. Their lineup pretty good. I think in terms of rankings, they're top 10 in every category, but they're not top 5 in anything offensively. Defensively, they're 4th best, runs against, starter ERA, bullpen, blah blah blah. In other words, what you would expect a wild card team to be. They're good, but not great in most of the stats that matter. Overall, I think I looked at this a little off stream. If you actually look at their schedule, so August did not go all that well for them. They lost many a series, but then they swept the Phillies, oh yeah, I forgot because I have to scroll. Lost the series against, and then September just did well enough down the stretch. Took 3 out of 4 from the A's, then swept the A's again. Then they beat the Rangers 2 out of 3. That's what gave them the tiebreaker here. And then, despite failing against the Angels, they still beat the Kansas City Royals. So, looking at our team, unfortunately, due to the rule that in order for a player to be eligible for the playoff roster, they have to be on your 40-man on September 1st. Well, for those keeping track of home, Miguel Amaya was a free agent on September 1st. We did not sign him until the 14th, so he is ineligible to play in the playoff. It sucks. I don't care enough to commish mode it and put him on the playoff roster. It is what it is. Genuinely, had I looked earlier, like in August after we traded Jeffers, I would have signed him, but did not realize he was available. Figured the Cubs wouldn't have cut him after like a month and a half. They did. And so Miguel Amaya will not be joining us for the playoffs. But, he's going to be on our roster next year, potentially as a starting catcher, but more than likely as a backup. But we will always have his 11 September games where he averaged about a hit a game, got 4 homers, all of them solo shots, and ended with a 958 OPS. The knock on effect of this is I have one healthy catcher for this playoff series, and it is David Banuelos, who was in AAA this year, didn't play all that much, I believe. Yeah, no, he was healthy the whole time, so he has barely played. We call him up as a backup, and he does okay, all things considered. He did, spoiler alert, have a walk-off home run against the Rangers a few games ago. So, we could do worse, but let's be frank, the man has a 40 contact, 40 I, and 30 avoid K. He's not a great offensive bat. Defensively, I'd say he's above average, but nothing really to hang your hat on. And we're just waiting for Vic Carantini to be better. He got his concussion on the 12th after getting hit in the head by a fastball, and then has had an unknown recovery time pretty much ever since. So whenever he's ready, he'll become the starter. But at the moment, he is, not eligible to return. He is off the IL technically because I moved him to the playoff roster. I don't know if that's a loophole. Shrug. Another injury note, Kalen Culpepper is scheduled to come back from his injury tomorrow. However, he will not be on my playoff roster. His bat just didn't do that well this season. I think defensively, he can really only play shortstop. He's a bad defensive second baseman. So at that point, I'd rather just give the backup infield job there to Livan Soto, who, granted, don't get me wrong, his bat has not been good either, but he's much better defensively. I think he has had some moments, especially against the Rangers, where, if he needs to get a pinch hit appearance or something, I'd be more comfortable with him than I would with Culpepper. If you had told me when I signed him as a minor league free agent before this season that he'd be our playoff roster, I would have thought I struck gold with him. So happy for him. In terms of our lineup, this is pretty much where we're at. Walker Jenkins is going to lead off. I think it's a combo of Byron Buxton post-injury has just not been good. And so I'm going to drop him down in the order a bit. Walker Jenkins hit really well in leadoff. Everything else is as you'd expect. Jenkins, Keishel, Wallner, Larnach 4, Buxton at 5, which drops Royce Lewis to 6, Rochelle at a 7, Banuelos to 8, and then Brooks Lee batting 9th. Exact same lineup against lefties. So James Outman is going to be our backup outfielder. Bringing 2 backup outfielders for what may very well be just, 3 to 5 game series doesn't make a whole lot of sense when one of them, and Matt Wallner, is already DHing. So Outman is here. He's, really good defensively, as we've known. He also has hit 7 home runs this year. That's not nothing. We'll see if, let's be frank, if he ever has to start a game, something has probably gone horribly wrong. But we could do worse. I don't know what that sound was there on OBS, but he yelled at me. Pitching. So this is fairly simple. 4 starters. That's all I ever take. Joe Ryan, number 1, obviously. Zebby Matthews, who did not pitch in the last two series of the season because I was saving him for a potential wild card series, and then we just went ahead and got the bye. So a little annoying that, but Zebi is going to be our second starter, and then it's going to be Mick Abel at 3. He did not have the best September in the history of the world. He struggled against the White Sox, the Guardians, the Giants, but did really well against the Yankees. 7 shutout. So we'll hope he can get back to form there. And then Bailey Ober as our 4th. I'm going to be honest. I can see a world where we only win one of our first 3 games, and then Bailey Ober is tasked with shutting down the Mariners lineup, and that terrifies me. But it's Bailey Ober versus Taj Bradley, and Bradley was just out for a month with an injury. So that's where we're at there. Bullpen, I am bringing the full 9. My argument being, I usually have a pretty quick hook with relievers anyway. I am going to have the quickest hook anyone has ever seen with this bullpen. I only have 2 lefties in here, which is a little shaky, but I think I can count on everyone on this list to get me an inning. And I think where we might run into trouble is asking guys to get me 5 outs instead of 3. So I'd much rather bring an enormous bullpen and just switch them out every inning if need be. That's my thinking. So no Taj Bradley for the playoffs. He just got back from a month-long injury. His stamina kind of wasn't looking too great against the Rangers, so he's just going to sit and watch the playoffs from the couch. However, if there's an injury or I need to tweak something, I could obviously add him later. No Cody Funderburk. He finished the year in AAA, did really well in AAA. But there's just no spot for him in the bullpen. And then obviously no Emmanuel Rodriguez or Gabriel Gonzalez. Both of them were outfielders for us in September. But as I said, there's no real spot for them. However, if there is an injury to the outfield, I think Emmanuel Rodriguez will quickly find himself on the squad. So that's where we're at for the playoffs. And as I said, we're going up against the Mariners. If we win, then we face the winner of Yankees Rangers. We swept the Rangers last series, so we'd obviously prefer to face them. My plan for this video is very simple. We are going to get through the playoffs. Whether that is a 1 series episode or 3, we will get through all of it. We're going to play through every game. And then depending on how quickly that takes, we'll probably get started on at least some early off-season planning. Episode 9 was purposefully shorter, where I just did these 2 series against the Giants and Rangers. That way I could have this full episode for the playoffs, because I did have, I think, once or twice with the Rockies where I had to kind of cut the playoffs into 2 videos, and that just was not to my preference. So without further ado, we open game 1. We are at home, as we had the bye, against the Seattle Mariners and George Kirby, who's having a very good year for himself, looking elite, and still only arbitration eligible because MLB contracts are backwards. But here we go. Let's get this party started. Playoff baseball in Minnesota in 2026. Joe Ryan gets us started. Let us begin. See if we can't do some damage against Seattle. Full count. Struck him out. Down goes Julio Rodriguez. And yes, this Mariners team does have every single Mariner hitter that you would expect. They didn't do anything crazy trade-wise in the season, as Brandon Donovan pops out there. And Josh Naylor grounds out 30 feet to the pitcher. That'll do. Walker Jenkins leading off. I think that is the most optimal. Byron Buxton also is unhappy. He's not batting cleanup, but that's unrelated. But I think Jenkins leading off is likely what we'll do next year. And we will have to sort out the lineup from there. Luke Keeschel grounds out. Let's see if we can get a long AB here with Matt Wallner. Or he'll swing on the first pitch, hit it deep to right field, gone. Solo shot for Matt Wallner, 414 feet. Your Minnesota Twins are on the board. Larnach grounds out to end the inning, but we have drawn first blood. Oh, trouble in the second, though. Arozarena RBI double. Tie ball game. Vic Robles with the RBI. Never mind, they gunned him down. Oh, no. Good news is we gunned down Arozarena at home. Bad news is Byron Buxton seems to be in pain. The trainer examines his right hand. They have to take him out of the ball game. Torn fingernail, you say? Neat. So James Outman is going to go in to play center field the rest of this game. At least it's only a torn fingernail. That could have been a lot worse because he'll only have that day-to-day injury for one more game because there's a off day after each set of two. Nothing for us in the second or the Mariners. Banuelos hits it into right. Caught at the warning track. Brooksley, nah. It's always the balls that you think maybe it might reach out of the park, and then it simply does not. All right. We go to the top of the fourth. No issue there. I think Joe Ryan's pitching pretty well, but our lineup is just not getting it done here as Matt Wallner hits it up again, but this time it is caught. All right, Larnach. And hits it up into right. Caught all the same. Well, at least we're hitting the ball. All right, Joe Ryan, give me the fifth. Villar is on third. Manuel Margot. Your fun trivia fact is who was the starting right fielder for the 2025 Tigers on opening day? The answer is Manuel Margot. What a time to be alive that was. Oh, and a wild pitch scores Villar. The outfield on opening day for the Tigers that year was, I think, Green in left, Ryan Kreidler in center, and Margot in right. Insane that was allowed to happen. All right, Julio Rodriguez flies out to end the inning. I think that is going to be it for Joe Ryan. We'll get Merriweather warming up as Outman K's. Royce Lewis gets it down. Okay, we have a hit. We are capable of getting those. And then an immediate double play. Fair enough. All right. That's going to be it for Joe Ryan. We're going to hand the ball to Julian Merriweather for the sixth. Oh, boy. Don't walk him. You know what? He didn't walk him. Ground out, which moves Donovan to third. Cal Raleigh hits it to short, and they get him. Donovan wisely does not try to advance. Here's Edmundo Sosa, excuse me, hits it into right. That is caught. We're okay. We are okay. We're going to get Mason Montgomery warming for the seventh. Banuelos swinging a miss. Brooks Lee with the chopper. No throw. All right, Walker Jenkins, come on. Justify your spot. Soft grounder to second. All right, they walk Luke. 2 on from Matt Wallner. And hits it to second. Down he goes. Now, our offense has just not looked good. We had 3 hits the whole game. We're going to go Mason Montgomery for the 7th. Robles is aboard for Margot, who pops it up. Down he goes. Okay, so far, our pitching staff is doing really well against a top 10 lineup. Our hitters, however, who do I want for the 8th? Sands? Yeah. All right, Larnick. Grounds out. I did not have James Outman getting 3. Oh, nope. Man, see, it's that animation where it looks like the ball is heading to the moon and it just dies at 300 feet. That's the one that gets me. All right, they walk Royce Lewis and they move to the bullpen. Luis Castillo, who it looks like they have moved him from starter to bullpen. I will gladly let Gio Urshela face him. And he struck out. That's what I get for saying gladly. All right, we're going to Cole Sands for the 8th. Clean inning of work. He did need 14 pitches, so I'm going to get both Orion Keckering and Taylor Rogers warming. Obviously, in case we tie it or take the lead, I'm going Rogers. If we're still down by 1, I'm going Keckering. Benuelos strikes out looking. Brooks Lee strikes out swinging. And Walker Jenkins strikes out. Who knew Andres Munoz was that good? Answer me, because he was a closer for my Rockies team. All right, so Rogers sits down. I'm going to let Sands face Cal Raleigh, and then I'm going to pull him. Very good. All right, now I'm bringing Keckering in to face Edmundo Sosa and then Arozarena. Pops it up. Easy out there. Very good. All right, Arozarena, don't ruin my day. Very good. All right, bottom of the 9th. Score 1 to tie, 2 to win it. And I'm not pinch hitting, so it's Keishel, Wallner, and Larnick. Luke grounds out. Matt Wallner has 1 home run already today. Hits it deep into left, down in front of Margot. We are going to pinch run. I think Clem Cody is faster than Soto. Yeah. All right, we're going to get Cody Clemens in. And we're going for the steal. That was the... He started so close to first base there. All right, runner in scoring position for Larnick. Hits it through to center field. Cody Clemens goes home. The throw, not in time. Tie ball game. Well done, lads. Let's get Taylor Rogers warming up. James Outman with the chance to be a hero, and they hit him. Toss him. Munoz is at 34 pitches. He's in the black. Royce Lewis, walk us off. He grounds out to third, but it guarantees that a line drive scores him. Gio Urshela hits it into center. That's down. The Twins walk off the Mariners in game one. Play your trumpets. Our offense did nothing that whole game. And then the AI made Munoz pitch 40 pitches. Again, they've done that twice now. Oh boy. Look at that win probability graph. Oh boy. Very good. Well done to the men. I mean, the pitching staff was great. Like, obviously, I'd like it if Joe Ryan could get me 6 innings, but so be it. Merriweather, Montgomery, Sands, Keckering all locked him down. And we have guaranteed that at least we won't get swept. Culpepper is eligible to come off the IL. I'm going to send him on a fake rehab assignment to the minors just so I don't have to deal with any roster stuff. Vic Carantini, for the record, still concussed. Byron Buxton, it impacts his throwing. I think I still want to put him out there. I think I'm going to put him out there. All right, game 2. We're going to have Zebby Matthews on the mound. Looks like Brian Wu is. Yeah, he did get healthy. I don't think I want to make any changes. Yeah. I think I'll stick with the same lineup, but I might have like Walker Jenkins and Luke Keeschel on a shorter leash if they struggle early on. All right, game 2, Zebby Matthews, who admittedly has not pitched since the 19th. I believe in him. See, clean first inning. We're fine. The Mist of Doom is in this game. I really hate this. Like, I get it. They're trying to show what I assume is like a light rain, but it just does not look good. Like, there. I cannot see that ball. Like, I know where it landed, but as it's going up, you just can't see that thing. As Luke Keeschel only gets a single out of that. Killing me, Smalls. Wallner grounds out. It does move Luke over, but with 2 outs, I don't love that trade. Larnick hits it up to center. Caught. All right, we go to the second. Clean from Zebby. Byron Buxton, his first playoff at bat. Hits it up to right. Caught. Man, when Buxton got hurt last game, I was like, please don't miss the playoffs. Mentally, I wouldn't be able to do it. As Urshela gets the line drive down. Brian Wu is already at 45 pitches. Pretty good there. I hope Zebby can keep up. So far, he is. Swing and a miss. Jenkins walks. Let's see if he can get the steal. Yep, easy. Easy. Well, they walked Luke anyway. There we go. Wallner hits it into center. The throw in. Not going to get Jenkins. However, it looks like they did get Luke Keeschel going to third. It would have been nice for the camera to pan so we could see any of that. But so be it. A balk moves Wallner. Larnick hits it deep to center and down at the warning track. Wallner will score. Larnick finds his way to second. Doing pretty good. Brian Wu already at 71 pitches. For those keeping track at home, Buxton strikes out to end the inning. We get two there. It should have been more. Sucks that Luke was thrown out on the bases, but so be it. Lean fourth. Zebby is dealing. Rain is beginning to fall. Don't you dare, game. Don't do this to me. And Royce Lewis grounds out. Banuelos is on second. Let's see if Brooks can bring him home. Nope. The answer to that question that I asked loudly was no. Rosarena solo shot. All right, we'll take this AB by AB now. Robles goes down swinging. Villar hits it into right. That's going to get down. I'll let Zebby face Margot, but I think that'll be it. What's he at? 75. I'll let him face Julio Rodriguez. Hits it up to center. Buxton gets him. All right. Pretty good outing from Zebby. But I think that will be it for him. We're going to turn the ball over to David Festa. And he allowed Donovan to get a board and then Josh Naylor to hit a 2-run shot. Oh, boy. That's not good. But Byron Buxton solo shot to tie it. Royce Lewis, Banuelos are aboard. Brooks Lee swings at a pitch in the dirt and then promptly strikes out. And, you know, he is killing me. I'm going to see if Festa can go a little longer here. Get Robles and then see if he can get Villar. Good. All right, that's it for him. Ooh, Burr's tiring. Hold on. Change of plan. We're going to get Cantorino in the game to face Margot. All right, he gets him. All right, bottom of the 7th. I am going to pinch hit here. Cody Clemens is going to pick up the bat to face the lefty Gabe Speyer, or the Spear. Hits it into center, gets down. Cody Clemens is aboard. I'm not going to run him yet. I want to see what Luke can do. Hits it to third, and they get him. All right. Oh, he's safe. Do I try the double steal? No. I'm going to see if Matt Wallner can get a home run here. He does hit it up to center, but that's going to be caught. I'm going to try the double steal. We're going to go for it. Never mind. He balked. So they advance anyway. 2 runners on, 1 out, bottom of the 7th, playoff game 2. Larnach. Swing and a miss. That hurts. All right, Buxton, be the hero. Matt Brash for the Mariners. Buxton hits it up to left and gone. 3-run home run for Byron Buxton, the hometown hero. 390 feet. We have the lead. I am going to pinch hit here for Royce Lewis. I'm going to give the bat to Soto. Yeah, lines out to short. All right. So now I kind of have a conundrum. How did Cody do like the 2 times I put him in left? Did okay. I'm going to keep Clemens in left because the lineup will probably flip back to him, and I don't want to bring in Outman just yet. All right, Cantorino is going to get the inning. But I have Justin Tapa warming up just in case. All right. Julio Rodriguez goes down. That's huge. Because if I can get out of this with Cal Raleigh appearing in the ninth with no one on base, that's the ideal. So 1, 2, 3 inning is huge. He gets Donovan, Josh Naylor. Hits it deep to right. That's off the wall. Not good. Cal Raleigh, is there any chance you sucked against lefties this year? You know? Change of plan. Tapa's going to sit down. We're going to go closer. We're going to have Taylor Rogers come in for the 4-out save. If he walks Cal Raleigh here, I don't hate it. Well, I hate that. Raleigh hits it to the fence. That'll score Josh Naylor easily. And Raleigh is now on second. That's going to go on Canarino's stat line. Sosa hits it into right. Come on. It really can't be overstated. Taylor Rogers was one of the best closers in baseball. But then when August hit, his production just died. Arozarena hits it into center. Buxton's there. He gets him. Okay. So I'm going to go against the grain a little bit. I'm going to get Tapa warming up for the ninth. I think I'm going to sit Taylor Rogers down. That might be overthinking it, but he's making me nervous as of late. Any insurance runs, though, would be nice. Banuelos to the wall. Oh, caught at the track. Rooksley walks, so Cody Clemens is going to go up again. Hits it up to center, but that'll be caught. All right. We go to the ninth. I am going to let Rogers. Let's see. He's a little better against lefties. I'm going to let him face Victor Robles. Swing and a miss. He's at 16 pitches now. Villar is much better against lefties. Yeah, that's it. Justin Tapa's coming in to get 2 outs. Here we go. Villar hits it to third. The throw in time. What moves from Gio Urshela? Manuel Margot, the Mariners' last out. The pitch. Hits it to third. Urshela's there. Easily done. And we have taken games 1 and 2 from the Seattle Mariners. Oh, boy. Our bullpen was much shakier today, though. Like, Festa gave up a pair of runs. Only one was earned because of the error, obviously, but Cantorino didn't look good. Taylor Rogers gave up a pair of hits. Like, it's a little worrisome, but now we have an off day. Everyone gets their rest. A couple players in AAA are retiring, as is their wont. All right, let's save and let's check on the playoff tree to see if anything crazy is happening. Yankees, Rangers are tied 1 apiece, as are Cubs and Mets, and the Dodgers are up on the Brewers 2-0. That's good, though. That means if we do end up getting this sweep, we're going to get an extra day off because they're going to go at least to 4. All right, Mick Abel is on the mound for us. I think I would rather pitch him here than Bailey Ober, because if we win this game, Joe Ryan will be ready for game 1 of the next series. So let's go. Who you bringing out, Mariners? Logan Gilbert. Oh, good. Yeah, I'm like, 4.66 ERA is ugly. His expected ERA, 2.91. Fair enough. Did well against the Royals in the playoffs. Pretty similar lefties and righties. All right, so Buxton is fully healthy. Walker Jenkins is not having the best playoffs thus far, but I'm still going to give him the start. I like this 1 through 5. I think this is probably how I'll do it next year, assuming Wallner and Larnach both return. But man, Trevor Larnach is just terrible in the outfield. All right, Mick Abel on the mound, Logan Gilbert for the Mariners. We win this. We have swept Seattle, and we go on to the ALCS. We lose, then we're counting on Bailey Ober to get us the win, which is not really a place I want to be. Walker Jenkins strikes out, but at least he did it with a full count. Keishel walks, very good. Wallner swing and a miss. I am, without question, working on his avoid K in the offseason. Because Wallner is definitely on the team next year. Trevor Larnach is the more question mark. But Wallner, he's definitely going to be. All right, Mick, you got this. Clean first inning of work. Oh, boy. Cal Raleigh, Rosarena are aboard. Victor Robles struck out looking. Villar hits it into left. That's going to score 2. Mariners take the lead. Never mind, only scored 1. Rosarena not that quick in game. Margot hits it to right field. Easily grabbed. All right. We go to the top of the 3rd. Brooks Larnach with the laser down the left field line. Run, Forrest. Run like the wind. Walker Jenkins. Yeah. I'm not. I mean, it's Luke Keishel, deep left field. Nope, caught. It sucks with Walker Jenkins because he's really good defensively in left field, and he has a good bat. But in the playoffs, granted, it's a small sample size. We're like at 2.5 games. He has done nothing. Runners at the corners. Royce Lewis Urshela are aboard for David. Hits it deep. Right field. Caught at the warning track. It's that animation where the ball flies up like a missile. That's how they get me every time. Rosarena is aboard with Robles. Hits it 3 feet in front of home plate and is promptly thrown out. Brooks Lee gets aboard. Do I want to have this? Walker, I'm going to be honest. If you don't get a hit here, you're benched. Well, there's that. I'm going to keep him in defensively because he's good defensively, but he's done after that. And a fly out from Luke Keishel means Matt Wallner is my last hope, and he strikes out. We go to the 5th. Man, the wind keeps slamming that door behind me. All right, we're going to get Ryan Burr warming up. Swing and a miss from Villar, but it took a full count. I'll let him face Margot, but that's it. Margot gets it down. Unfortunate there. All right, that's it for Mick Abel. An okay start, I would say. Wish he could go longer, but them's the breaks. We turn now to Ryan Burr, who we signed before the start of the season on a minor league contract. Gets Walker Jenkins, or excuse me, Gets was Donovan DeLine. Oh no, Donovan. We're okay. Got tongue tied there. He got Julio Rodriguez to flout to left, Donovan to flout to right. All right, Larnick. They walked him. I'm not going to pinch run for Larnick because it's only the 6th. If it was later, I'd do it. Buxton flies out. Wild pitch moves him to second. All right. A well-placed line drive. And we have a tie ball game. Instead, Royce Lewis grounds out to third, and that just does not help anyone. Urshela decides to follow suit. Yeah, I think Royce Lewis and Gio Urshela hitting back-to-back is kind of a awkward moment in our lineup. Oh, boy. 2 on, 1 out. Ryan Burr is struggling here. Here's a Rosarena. We need the strikeout. We don't get it. He hits it all the way to the right. That will score 1. I'll let him face Robles. And he hit him. All right, that's it for Ryan Burr. We're going to turn over to Mason Montgomery to face David Villar. And he walked in a run. Bases loaded, 1 out. Manuel Margot hits it into center. That's down. Well, we were due for a good old-fashioned bullpen implosion. And it would seem one has arrived. And he walks Julio Rodriguez. Well, good thing I brought a lot of bullpen arms today. If that ball would have left the yard, like the words I would have said. All right, Josh Naylor is the last. And he gets it down. All right. Well, bases are loaded. Mason Montgomery, horrendous from him. Cole Sands will have to come in to get Cal Rowley. Gets him to pop out to first. All right, well, we're down 6-0. Not looking good. I'm going to bench Walker Jenkins. We're going to give Cody Clemens the bat. Hits it deep to right and caught at the wall. Curse you, Victor Robles. Keishel grounds out to end the inning. And then Cody Clemens will take left. Cole Sands will get the 7th. Cole, what part of you will get the 7th? Thank you. All right. And then we'll go Merriweather for the bottom of the 8th. I'm going to pinch hit here. Oh, Carantini's no longer concussed. I didn't check today. That must have happened during the bye or during the off day because I didn't notice. Well, I feel a little city for Ben Wellos getting the start, but so be it. All right, Carantini. So, yeah, he'll be our starting catcher the rest of the series then. For obvious reasons. Larnick follows suit and grounds out. Anything from Buxton. Hits it softly back to the pitcher, and down he goes. All right, Julian Merriweather is in. The bottom of the 8th. 2 runners are already aboard. Make that 3 in Donovan. I'm going to be honest, like, I kind of want to just have Merriweather eat this and fight through it. Because I'd prefer to have at least 4 guys at nearly 100% for the next game. And I'll have that with Rogers, Tapa, Cantorino, and Keckering. So if anyone has to come in, it'll be Festa. All right, he gets Cal Rowley. I'll get Festa warming just in case Sosa gets aboard. Grounder to second. Easy out. All right. Whew. Well, Merriweather got out of the jam that he himself created. On the off chance we tie this or take the lead, let's get Taylor Rogers warming up. Lois Lewis pops it up. Nothing doing. Nothing for us. Yeah. Yeah, that's disappointing. I mean, we had one good hitter. Brooks Lee went 3 for 3. Everyone else was poor. And then Mick Abel did okay, but Ryan Burr just exploded, which is a shame because he didn't have a great September, especially compared to the last 2 months. So unfortunate for him to get popped like that. And then Montgomery was terrible. Sands did pretty well. Merriweather looked a little scary, but not where you really want to be. Carantini is back from his concussion. So he will start for us at catcher the rest of the way. Yeah, I mean, Benuelos didn't do great, let's be frank. He had a hit and a walk in game 2, but that was about it. Manuli thinking making leap to the new version. Happy with 26. Do you think it's worth it getting the new one now? My general answer is no, because I'm more of the opinion that unless you're going to play like a sports management game for dozens and dozens of hours or like hundreds of hours if you played a lot, I think you could do okay just getting every other game. So if you got 26, then you wait and get 28. I will say the percentile rankings that they've added have been a really nice addition. The fact that I can only see 2 recent games here is probably the most annoying thing about this game. I don't do perfect team at all. Neither do I. Perfect team, like Madden has ultimate team, 2K has my team. None of those modes are really what I play. I get why people do it, but not for me. But I mean, if you know you're gonna play out of the park 27 as much as you did like 26 or something, then it might be worth it just because then you have the updated rosters and various under the hood stuff that will be improved. That would be my general, somewhat unhelpful answer. Oh, I really hope to avoid Bryce Miller. Did they use him out of the bullpen? They did. They used him out of the bullpen for the Royals series. Now he's starting against us. Yeah, okay, fair enough. You create an MLB structure both fictional players. Ooh. That does sound fun. If that's the case, then I would lean toward maybe skipping out on this year unless there's some of the new stuff they added that like really, really intrigues you. Like if you really like the percentile rankings and how you can see like a better spray chart than before, that sort of thing. But if the roster update, quote unquote, part of it isn't wouldn't affect you as much, then might not be as worth it. Okay, I forgot to check. Bryce Miller, have you by any chance been killed against by lefties or righties? No, but lefties do better. So in that case, what do I want to do here? How's Royce Lewis been doing? Like a hit. think I'll just go with the starters and we'll see what happens. Appreciate the information, honestly. Oh, of course. Of course. I mean, if I didn't stream out of the park baseball, I probably would have skipped 27 and waited and bought 28 because I have like, how many hours do I have in? Yeah, in 26, I have just under 300 hours. So I would have no problem continue playing that. But since I stream it, I just got the new one. All right, Walker Jenkins, I believe in you. Please hit the baseball into the grass. I mean, he tried. It didn't work, but he tried. All right, Bailey Ober is getting the start here. This is exactly what I wanted to avoid, but here we are. I'm a little nervous our offense may need to score 6 runs to win this game. I'm a little nervous. Buxton's on second for Urshela, who gets it into right. That should. Oh. No, if you run on a guy with a great arm, you lose every time. All right, Vic Carantini making his first start since he got concussed in September, and he promptly hits into a fielder's choice. Fair. All right, Bailey Ober. Oh, no. 2 are aboard for Vic Robles. Strikes out. Villar strikes out. That's massive. Margot hits it into right. Caught at the warning track. Thank you, Larnick. What is Larnick's range in right? Yeah, it's only a 45. He really is just so bad defensively. Like, I don't want to trade him because offensively, like he did really well. Like the average and the on base percentage are low. Don't get me wrong, but he had 27 home runs. He led the American League in RBIs. Now, all of that was worth .2 WAR. Don't get me wrong, but unfortunately, he is kind of positionless right now. Inning for us in the third? Nope. Uh-oh. 2 on, 2 out. Mundo Sosa hits it to third. He might beat it out. Nope. Thank you, Urshela. All right, Matt Wallner, come on. Solo shot to right. Well, at least you understood the right part of that. Larnick goes down looking. Buxton goes down looking too. That is the one of the other reasons why I had Buxton leading off for essentially the whole season is Wallner, Larnick, Buxton is kind of a strikeout, easy 3-for-3 situation. Well, Bailey Ober is injured. Elbow inflammation, 2 weeks. His playoffs are done. And suddenly, this has turned into a bullpen game for at least half of it. Well, that means he has to come off the playoff roster, in which case Taj Bradley is going to be his replacement. Assuming we win this series, obviously. Margot, swing and a miss. All right. No damage done there. But man, we need to get going offensively. Royce Lewis did not get the memo. Must be said. There we go. Urshela has a hit. I think that's our 3rd hit of the game. Yes, we have 3. They have 6. And Carantini promptly hits into a double play. And this guy wants to be our starting catcher. Clean 5th from Festa. We have a day. Yeah, we have a day off after this game. So Keckering gets me the 6th. Caterino the 7th. Top of the 8th. Rogers the 9. And then I have Cole Sands as emergency. I think that's what we do. Brooks Lee hits it up to right. Caught just before the track. Walker Jenkins, for those keeping track at home, has gone 0 for 3 once again. Luke Keeschel hits it deep to left and gone. Solo shot, 399 feet. On the board, the lead is ours. We will turn to who's up? Actually, no. Festa will face Calrelli. He walked him. Terrible decision by me. I wanted Keckering to come out, and then he could get Sosa, Rosanna, Robles. We'll see. Calrelli runs on Carantini because everyone does. And there we go. Swing and a miss on Sousa, but a Rosarena is the one I'm worried about. Pops it up to center. Buxton makes the catch. Robles walked. Let's get Cantorino warming up in case Villar gets aboard. He does not. Cool. All right. Let's sit Cantorino down then. Anything for us in the 7th? Larnach and Royce Lewis are aboard. I'm not going to pinch run for either of them. Let's see what we got here. Urshela grounds out. It does move them both over. All right, Carantini, you want to be the starting catcher? Prove it. Hits it into right. Caught. We threaten. We do not score. I'm going to let Keckering face Manuel Margot. Gets it down right in front of Larnach. And that's also where Larnach's lack of range comes into play. Because an outfielder with better range, he gets that. Ooh, Cantorino is hurt. Well, that sucks. All right, slight change of plan. Cole Sands is going to come in to try to get me these 2 outs. Hit to short, second for 1, first for 2. Very good from Cole Sands. Swing and a miss. All right, we're pinch hitting for Walker Jenkins. James Outman is going to get the bat. We're going to bank on his power here to get a solo shot. Instead, a humble line drive into right. He's going for 2. He's a brave man, and he's in with the slide. All right. Here's Luke Keeschel. Swings on the 3-1, hits it to right field, down at the wall. Outman has the speed. And he has scored. RBI double for Luke Keeschel. 2-0 ball game. Matt Wallner rifles it down the right field line. That should score Luke. RBI double for Wallner. 3-0 ball game. Let us keep it going. And Larnach strikes out looking. This man is killing me. Buxton gets it through into center field. Wallner's going home. The throw, not in time. 4-0 Twins. Royce Lewis gets it down in center field. It is a disaster for the Seattle Mariners here as we are piling on. They brought in Brian Wu out of relief. Who is? They have Luis Castillo, but just aren't using him. George Kirby, Munoz. Where is their team? Like, how do they have 26 guys? They don't. I'm so confused. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. And they have 10 pitchers. Why does the AI only have 21 players? They could have 26. This feels like a bug. Does it invalidate that we're destroying them? No, not at all. As Urshela hits it into right, and on to third goes Royce Lewis. Brian Wu still has yet to get a single out here. Vic Carantini hits it deep to center and promptly obliges and gets the out. All right, so it's a 5-0 game. Outman here. Larnach's going to go to left. Outman will go to right. Cole Sands, who somehow, oh yeah, right. I was like, somehow he got 2 outs with 1 pitch, but it was the double play. Cole Sands for the 8th. He allows a run, but that is it. Taylor Rogers warming up. I mean, if we could get some insurance runs here, that would be even better. Wallner strikes out looking, and Larnach strikes out swinging. All right. We are 3 outs away from advancing to the ALCS. David Villar, Manuel Margot, Julio Rodriguez stand in the way. Taylor Rogers, our closer, coming on. And he immediately gives up a line drive into left from Villar. Can he get Manuel Margot? Gets him looking. Julio Rodriguez gets him swinging. Brandon Donovan, the last out for the Mariners. Hits it up to center. Buxton's there, but it's down in front. The tying run in the on-deck circle. Josh Naylor strikes out looking. That's your ball game. That's your series. The Minnesota Twins advance to the American League Championship Series. Folks, they said it couldn't be done in year 1. I mean, listen, credit to our pitching staff. They had 11 hits and only 1 run to show for it. That's tremendous. Kind of a little bullpen day situation when both Bailey Ober and Matt Cantorino got hurt. But the bullpen held it down pretty good. Luke Keeschel had a home run. James Outman, after pinch hitting, got 2 hits and a run. Happy with him. 3 hits, Luke Keeschel, Urshela. Very good. All right, so Bailey Ober, obviously, he is done for the rest of the playoffs. So he will miss at least the next series. In response, obviously, we're going to have Taj Bradley join our rotation. He'll be our 4th starter in the championship series. All right, let's advance. See who we face. Oh, wow. Are they going to 5? They are. They're going to 5. And the New York Yankees beat the Rangers in 5. Elsewhere, the Dodgers sweep the Brewers. Mets beat the Cubs in 4. All right. We get the New York Yankees. Let's advance the day just so everything is updated. Okay. Here we are, folks. Here we stand. So series-wise, 2 games at New York, then 3 games, or 2 days at New York, off day, 3 games at home, and then off day, 2 games at New York if necessary. So starting pitching-wise, Ryan, Zebby, Mick, Taj, Ryan, Zebby, Mick. Yep. That's the through line. Wow. All right, let's take a look at the Yankees. No time to rest on our laurels. Laurels? They're 95 and 67. Okay, they have the number one offense in the league. They're fifth in batting average. They are first in every other offensive category. Aaron Judge, 42 homers. Chaz Chisholm, 36. Oh boy, Giancarlo Stanton, 35. He started 153 games, all of them at DH. Oh, that's pretty funny. Well, okay. And starter ERA, they are number one in the league, third in bullpen ERA. Well, I really wish the Rangers would have beat them. But here we stand. All right. Well, we beat the Mariners in the divisional series, and now we face the Yankees. So they have a full bullpen. I don't know what the Mariners were doing. They just did not take a full team. All of our relievers are more or less ready to go, which is good. I'm a little nervous about Taj Bradley in that game 4, but you know what? Let's roll the dice. Okay. Without further ado, let us begin the series against the Yankees. Anything crazy they got lineup wise? Not really. $44.7 million. Craziness. No Austin Wells. They got Ben Rice and a Scard catcher. Josh Bell, our old friend, who has helped propel them to the playoff, is starting in first base for the Yankees. For those keeping track at home. All right, I think I'm going to roll with this lineup with one exception. I think for game 1 at least, we are going to go James Outman in left, and he will bat 7th. Byron Buxton will return to lead off. I mean, Walker Jenkins, he gave me nothing against the Mariners. In 4 games, he went 0 for 12 with a run, a walk, and 5 Ks. So we need to sit him down for his bit. All right, here we go. In New York, city that never sleeps. Max Fried on the mound to face Byron Buxton. And your ALCS has begun. Well, fair enough, struck. Down goes Chisholm, Matt Wallner, swing and a miss. Clean first inning from Joe Ryan. Trouble in the second, though. Josh Bell, Trent Grisham are aboard. Mr. Stanton. Swing and a miss. We go to the third. James Outman starting today in left. Pops it up to second base. I mean, if Outman does well in the playoffs, there's an argument that he could be on our roster next season. Caratini walks. Brooks Lee hits it through the middle. Let's go. If this were later in the game, obviously I'd pinch run for Caratini, but it's only the third inning. Buxton strikes out looking. Keishel grounds out to short either way. 2 on, 1 out. We cannot score. Matt Wallner, Royce Lewis are aboard. Gio Urshela. Soft grounder to the pitcher. They go to second. It looks like they do indeed get the double play. Don't ask me how that happened, but it did. Oh, solo shot from Aaron Judge. Yankees are on the board. Outman pops up. Not great from him thus far. Tarantini flies out to left. Not looking great for us offensively. Let's see if Joe Ryan can get me through the fifth, though. Gets one. Can he get Mr. Stantone? Yes, he can. Ryan McMahon. Swing and a miss. All right. Pretty good outing from Joe Ryan. He's going up against the best lineup in the sport. And he held him to 1 run in 5. I will take that in a heartbeat. Byron Buxton hits it deep into left. That's a down. This could be a triple even. Or a double. I'll settle for a double, all things considered. Luke Keeschel hits it into right. That's down. Buxton has the speed, but he stays at third. Here's Matt Wallner. Hits it down in center field. Buxton scores. RBI single for the designated hitter. Here's Trevor Larnach. Hits it softly to the pitcher. He might beat it out. He does not, but he does advance the runners. Max Fried still in the game at 80 pitches. Royce Lewis hits it to short. The throw home. He looked safe on the animation, and he is safe indeed. 2-1 ball game. We're up on the Yankees here in the 6th. Urshela, sac fly. Wallner makes it home. 3-1. Very good. I'm going to pinch hit here. Walker Jenkins, you want a chance at redemption. Here's your moment. It's got to wait a second. There was a wild pitch involved, but your moment will come soon. Do not worry. And he struck out. Man. All right. Walker's just going to take left. That switch is pretty easy. That's going to be it for Joe Ryan. Really good start from him. 5 innings, 3 hits, 1 earned run, which was an Aaron Judge solo shot. No walks, 6 Ks. Merriweather for the 6th. Aaron Judge is aboard. Jazz Chisholm hits it up. Buxton is there. Caught. All right, we go to the 7th. I'm going to get Burr warming up for the 7th inning. Tarantini grounds out. He really like the man has complained to me wanting to be a starter. I make him a starter and he just does not hold up. Brooks Lee walks, Buxton Ks. It's his 3rd strikeout today for those keeping track at home. Luke Keeschel lines out to end the inning. All right. We go to the bottom of the 7th. Ryan Burr. Josh Bell is aboard. Trent Grisham walked. We're going to get Matt Cantanero ready. Jason Dominguez to pinch hit. No matter. Well, maybe a slight matter as a wild pitch advances both runners. We need a strikeout here. And he walked him. I'll let him face Ryan McMahon. And he walked him too. Yeah. Ryan Burr has crumbled in the playoff. Matt Cantanero now is in. Swing and a miss from Jake Bowers. Cody Bellinger hits it up to right. Larnick's under it. Got him. So the Yankees get one, but that is it. Cantanero is already at 15 pitches, so his day is done. We're going to go Tapa. Did he even play against the Mariners? Oh, yeah, he played. Okay. I was like, did he play? It's bad when you can't remember. All right, Larnick with a double. Royce Lewis hits it deep to left and gone. Two-run shot from Royce Lewis, 389 feet, 5-2 ball game. Urshela gets it down in center. We're not done. We are not done here, folks. Walker Jenkins walked. 2 on for Vic Caratini, and he struck out. As did Brooks Lee. So we get 2 runs. Really should have had more. Justin Tapa for the 8th. Clean inning of work from him. I'm going to get Taylor Rogers and Cole Sands warming up. All right, we scored no one. So Taylor Rogers is going to come on to face the bottom of the order and get the save. And he gets it clean. We win 5-2. Very good, lads. Joe Ryan pitches well. The bullpen did okay. Ryan Burr, unfortunately, is just not having a good playoff. But really happy with the top and middle of my order. Bottom of my order sucked. But that's okay. We take game 1. Up 1-0 on the Yankees. Very good. All right, and now I get to enjoy Garrett Cole. Oh, he's barely pitched this year. Oh, that's right, I forgot. He's come back from Tommy John, and he missed a month in June. Righties have done a lot better against him, which is not great for our lineup purposes. But here we are. I think I'm going to go with this lineup, but I am going to flip it. Buxton's going to lead off. Walker Jenkins is going to bat 7th again. Everything else can be as is. We got Zebby Matthews on the mound for game 2. Garrett Cole for the Yankees. Solo shot, Matt Wallner. We're on the board. Uh-oh. 2 on for Jazz Chisholm. Hits it to second. They get him at first, but a run scores. Tie ball game. Ben Rice hits it up to right. Caught at the track. All right, 1 apiece. Royce Lewis is aboard. Come on, Walker. Wild pitch. I'm tempted to bunt, but I think I'll let Walker try to hit it here. That's what I get. That is indeed. He pops it up. Carantini grounds out to first to end my fun. Solo shot, Josh Bell. Oh, thanks, Josh. My old friend coming back to haunt me. And now 2 are aboard for Bellinger. That's going to get down and left. Oh, boy. Come on, Zebby. All right. Aaron Judge lined out with the bases loaded. So the Yankees do take the lead But now Brooks Lee is on second. Luke Keeschel hits it into left and gone. 2-run shot from Luke. We're just trading barbs back and forth. Wallner walks. Larnach hits in to the ground out. Royce Lewis flies out to end the inning, but it's fine. We got a pair of runs and the lead back. Let's see if Zebby can get a couple clean innings to salvage the start. Oh, brother. You dare bunt. Have you no shame? Wild pitch scores the tying run, 3-all. Not Zebby's best day. He does get Josh Bell swinging, though, as he does Trent Grisham. All right. Okay, we're going to get Festa warming up. And Stanton hits it yard. Oh, boy. 344 feet. I'll see if he can get Ryan McMahon at the bottom of the order. Nope. Dang. Well, I mean, listen, let's be frank. The Yankees have the best lineup in the league. It's just unfortunate because Zebby, you could argue, was one of our better pitchers this year. I know the ERA does not show that, but he was. So for him to get popped like this is a little scary for the rest of the series. But now Festa's just got to get the outs. Bellinger hits it deep enough to right. That will probably score the runner. Nope. Ryan McMahon only has a speed of 30. Judge flies out to left. Anything for us in the fifth? No dice. Josh Bell is aboard. Man, he is just crushing us. Grisham flies out, though. We're okay. Anything for us in the sixth? Nope. We turn to Mason Montgomery. Oh, man, we got to get Volpe. Oh, boy. There we go. That'll do. Just as well. Volpe goes down. I really don't want Aaron Judge to come up again with runners in scoring position. Cool. All right. We go to the top of the seventh. Nothing from our offense today. We're going to get Keckering on for the seventh. Clean inning of work from him. Cole Sands will go for the eighth, and then we'll see what happens with the score. We're still only down by one. A solo shot, and it is a whole new ball game. Matt Wallner, a man I trust, struck out looking. Trevor Larnach, a man I'm trusting less and less, strikes out swinging. All right, Cole Sands coming in hot. Trent Grisham is aboard. I'm not worried. Stanton pops up. All right, Ryan McMahon. I believe the first time I ever read his name, I think I pronounced it like McMahon, which is a better name, I think, but still. All right, if we tie it up or take the lead, Taylor Rogers will be our man in the ninth, but we need a run first. Royce Lewis swings on the full count pitch. Hits it deep to right. Caught at the track. Urshela to face. Soft grounder back to the pitcher. Down he goes. We're going to pinch hit here. Bring in Cody Clemens. Have faith that his power will see a solo shot to left field. He gets it down in the warning track in right. We have a runner on second in scoring position. I am going to let. No, I'm not. James Outman is going to get the bat. Our last out of the game. I'm turning to a veteran. Man, I trust. And he struck out on 3 pitches. Fair play, sir. All right, we dropped game 2, 4-3. I think, listen, unfortunately, our lineup just didn't have it. Bullpen did really well. Zebby Matthews got hit more than we thought he would. Couldn't muster much offensively, I fear. All right, now we have an off day, so most of our bullpen should be good to go for the next game. Pitching wise, yeah, we're going Mick Abel, and then we are going Taj Bradley. I'm a little nervous, I must say. Carlos Rodon will be our opponent. He pitched 12 1/3 shutout innings against the Rangers in their series. I hear that's pretty good. Oh, that's horrendous. He's a lefty killer. Well, he's a lefty killer, and my lineup is mostly lefties. That is indeed a problem. I'm going to bench Carantini for this game. We're going to go David Banuelos is going to get the start. Carantini has not done much for me. We'll sit him down and go David. Buxton. Oh, yeah, because in the season, he only ever batted lead off. I'm going to flip him again. Buxton to lead off. Walker Jenkins will take. Actually, I'm going to give the start to Cody Clemens in left field. He's going to bat 7th. Let's see what he can do. We got Mick Abel on the mound for us, Rodon on the mound for the Yankees. In game 3, we are back at home, Twin Cities. Luke Keeschel is on second. Larnach full count, swing and a miss. Oh boy. Josh Bell, don't break my heart. You walked him. Don't walk Grisham too. Very good. Hit to second. Short for 1. First for 2. That'll do nicely. Royce Lewis, leadoff double. Let's go. Urshela hits it deep to right. Not deep enough to advance Royce, I think. Cody Clemens getting his first start in the playoffs here today. Gets there on an infield single. Lewis to third. I am going to try to steal here to avoid the double play with Banuelos at the plate. And it works. All right, let's go, David. Strikes out looking. Brooks Lee, swing and a miss. Runners second and third, 1 out. We cannot score them. Not great. Ryan McMahon hitting a solo home run is even worse. However, Luke Keeschel, 2-run shot gives us the lead. Let's go. Mick Abel's pitch count is getting high, and Josh Bell gets it down. Grant Grisham flies out to end the inning. Josh Bell is just killing us. We're going to get Merriweather warming up to pitch. Mick Abel is just, he's already in the yellow. I don't want to risk it. Cody Clemens gets it down. Let's go. Clemens gets another steal. Unfortunate then that Banuelos pops up. Brooksley hits it deep to left and gone. 2-run shot for Brooksley, 381 feet. We take the lead against the Yankees in Game 3 of the ALCS. Luke Keeschel gets it down. Let's keep it moving. Wonderful camera view, this. My personal favorite. As Luke Keeschel gets a triple, we see none of it because we were watching the stands. Well, Luis Gil, they have him in the bullpen. So neither starter goes long today, which is better for us because our bullpen is a lot deeper. All right, I'm going to go right to Julian Merryweather. Not a good start from McAble today. Quit injuring my relievers. Ooh, tired arm. No, he's done. Merryweather's done. Yeah, Mason Montgomery is fine. Let's bring on a lefty with Bellinger and Jazz Chisholm as two of the next three batters. Well, that sucks. Merryweather was our best reliever this season, and it's not particularly close. And now he's out for the series. Well, heck, that also means Cody Funderburk will find himself on the playoff roster. Solo shot, Gio Urshela. Solo shot, Cody Clemens. David make it 3 for 3. He did not, but he does hit the line drive to right. He's going for 2. He's a bold catcher. And he gets there. All right. Brooks Lee, bring him home. Hits it into center, but that'll be caught. All right. We get a couple insurance runs. Ideally, Montgomery can get me the 6th. And he can. So now we're going to go Cantanero for the 7th, Tapa for the 8th, and then we'll see how much we're winning by after that. Ooh. Come on, Larnach, do something good. Please. Man. I think no one has hurt their stock more in the last month than Trevor Larnach has. But alas. All right, we're going to go Cantanero here for the bottom of the Yankees order. Solo shot from Trent Grisham is not good. Jason Dominguez on second is even worse. And Bellinger gets it down. That's going to be a 4th run for the Yankees. Cantanero is getting hit a bit. That's a shame. He did really well in September. That's going to be it for him, though. I'm going right to Tapa to face Aaron Judge. I'm not playing around. All right, he gets the grounder. All right, they have cut our lead in half. Anything for us in the 7th? Nope. Anything for them in the 8th? Nope. All right, Taylor Rogers is warming up, and Orion Keckering is warming up. If it's a save, obviously Rogers is going to get it. If we get some more runs, it'll be Keckering. Brooks Lee was definitely out there, but I'm not going to, debate it. Buxton swing and a miss. Keeschel strikes out looking. Matt Wallner's our last hope for insurance runs. We're not going to get it popped up. All right. We go to the 9th. Keckering will sit. Taylor Rogers will take over. Trent Grisham, Giancarlo Stanton, and Ryan McMahon be the batters faced. Grisham pops it up 40 feet. Thank you, Mr. Urshela. Oh, actually, that reminds me. Outman will come in as a defensive sub in right, just in case. Stanton pops it up. All right. Yankees down to their last out. Ryan McMahon hits it to third. Urshela's there. Got him. We take game 3. Gives us a 2-1 lead in the ALCS. Down goes the Yankees. Good old, I mean, we did double them in terms of hits. Like, if we didn't lose that game, it'd be a tragedy. Cody Clemens, 3 hits. I think he's our starting left fielder going forward in the playoffs. Larnick, I'm going to be honest, I'm benching him. But my God. Yeah, Mick Abel got popped a bit, couldn't go deep in the game. Cantorino got hit a bit. Everyone else did well. Oh, yeah, and Merriweather's hurt. Yeah, he's done. Like, he has tired arm. He cannot pitch. So he's done for the whole playoff because it's the following series. So we lose Merriweather. And that means our really only solution, unless I want Angel Felipe. No. I think it's Funderburk. Yep. So Cody Funderburk is back in the bullpen. Oh, boy. Yep. I sent him down in July. Called him back up in August, September. He didn't do great, but he's definitely like the break glass in case of emergency option. So that definitely makes our bullpen worse and kind of sucks. But so be it. I think lineup wise, I'm going Buxton to lead off. Walker Jenkins, I think, is going to the bench. Cody Clemens is going to take left field. I could have just copied it over, but where's the fun in that? He'll take left. Larnick, I mean, he's 0 for 8 with 3 Ks against the Yankees. I don't think I'm ready to bench him entirely, but I think that he's definitely not starting game 4. I'll tell you that. All right, Taj Bradley on the mound. He missed a month with remind me, strained oblique injury. Came back, pitched okay against the Rangers, and now finds himself starting against Cam Schlittler, who in this save, oh, he's great. Yeah, that'll do. And he's on the minimum for like 2 more years. Yeah, he's done well against both lefties and righties, so I think I'm going to give Larnick the day off. I'm going to have. Actually, I'll do this. Cody Clemens will DH. Wallner will move to right. Outman will take left field, and I want Cody Clemens batting 4th. Brooks Lee can stay 9. So a little bit of a mismatched lineup there, but I think that gives me an okay defensive outfield, and Cody Clemens at DH means he'll be easier to sub out. All right. Game 4, we're up 2-1 on the series. Taj Bradley on the mound. I have complete faith. And Aaron Volpe and Aaron Judge are aboard. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. All right. Down goes Chisholm, Ben Rice. Don't do it. Ooh, swing and a miss. We're okay. We are A-okay. Anything in the first? RBI triple for Cody Clemens. Doth my eyes deceive me? He had a triple. Folks, he is genuinely playing himself onto our team next year. Because for most of the season, I was just not going to bring him back in arbitration, but he's doing really, really well for us. And Trent Grisham with another solo shot. That's like his third of the series, which is kind of insane when you think about it. Ooh, leadoff triple Anthony Volpe. This could get ugly. All right. Ground out there from Bellinger. If we can strike out Judge, and we do. Jazz Chisholm hits it up to left. Easily caught by Outman. We go to the bottom of the third. I think I've been very impressed with our pitching overall in the playoffs. Our lineup, more specifically our outfield, has been what's kind of been letting us down there as Luke Keeschel gets aboard. Come on, Wallner. They walked him. I'll take that. Cody Clemens has some power. Hits it into right. That's down. Runners advance. Bases are loaded. Royce Lewis. Struck out looking. Royce. Urshela hits it into center. That's down. 2 runs will score. Wise, I think, of Cody Clemens not to try for third there. We have the lead 3-1. And most importantly, Cam Schlittler is on 67 pitches through 3 innings. I say that. Taj Bradley is not doing that much better. He does get me the 4th, though. Just hate how I really think his injury has hurt his stamina because he's just doesn't have it. Okay. I think we'll get Festa warming up. Ideally, Bradley can get me McMahon and an injured Anthony Volpe. All right, he strikes out McMahon. Let's see if he can get Volpe. Ground to the third. Gio's there. Easy work. I'll leave him in to face Bellinger. Let's go. Get the strikeout. Bang. Or the grounder to first. I'll take that too. All right. Pretty good start from Taj Bradley. I was terrified that he would struggle mightily against the Yankees, but he did pretty good. No, I am not pitching Cody. Cody Funderburk is only pitching in the playoff if we're either up by 5 or down by 5. Anything else, that man is not seeing them out. Fundamentally. David, quit giving up home runs. And please strike out Josh Bell. Thank you. Ay, 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 ay. All right. We need some insurance runs, I think. My bullpen is looking a touch shaky. Nothing from Urshela. I'm going to pinch hit here. Walker Jenkins is going to get the bat. Come on, kid. You walked him. I'll take that. I am going to run on Ben Rice. Going from Cal Raleigh in, again, facing Cal Raleigh against the Mariners, facing Ben Rice is very fun. What's not fun, though, is Carantini hitting into the double play. All right, Jenkins will take left, all else equal. Festa is on 15 pitches, which I don't love. Let's get Keckering warming up. Hopefully Festa can get me 2 outs at least. There's 1. Down goes Grisham. And remember, we do not have an off day until after Game 5 of this series, so I don't want to burn too many relievers in this game if I can afford it. McMahon gets down. That'll be it for Festa, I think. We'll go to Keckering to face Anthony Volpe. Gets him. Because this way, Keckering can get me the 8th, and then I'll have a choice between Cole Sands and Taylor Rogers for the 9th. Buxton and Luke Keeschel are aboard. Come on, Wallner. Him and Larnick are very feast or famine. All right, Keckering, you got this. Clean eighth inning. All right, Taylor Rogers is warming up. Cole Sands is warming up. Let's get some insurance runs. Cody Clemens, he has a triple and a single, and now he has a strikeout. Oh, boy. Royce Lewis hits it into left. That's down. Should be a double. Camera pan for dramatic effect, and it is. I am going to pinch run for Royce Lewis here. I accept that Soto is arguably a worse runner. However, he's going to come in on defense anyway, and Royce Lewis has like 30 speed. And I'm not stealing with that anyway, so might as well bring in Soto now. Come on, Walker. He's just so bad. Like, it really is impressive how bad Walker Jenkins has been in the playoff. All right, so Soto will go to second. Cole Sands will sit down. Taylor Rogers will come in for the save against Ben Rice, Josh Bell, and Trent Grisham. Let's party. He strikes out Ben Rice. Josh Bell, our old friend, hits it to short. Brooksley is there. Easy money. Trent Grisham, the last out. He has a home run today already. And it looks like he's going to walk on 4 pitches. Stanton, don't do this to me. Oh, I was terrified there that Jenkins wasn't going to reach that ball. Oh, but we win 3-2. We now possess a 3-1 lead on the series, the most dangerous lead of all. Without question. Oh, boy. I mean, our bats didn't even do that great. We had 7 hits, 9 Ks, left 15 men on. It's just they were even worse. Taj Bradley, I'm really happy with. Festa got hit again. Keckering and Taylor Rogers. He's pitching really well. All right. We go now. Game 5. And Joe Ryan should be good to go for this. And he is. My math was correct. Who are they rolling out? Max Fried? Oh, good. How's my pitching availability? Pretty good. All right. Here we go. We win. We're on to the World Series. Lose. Things get a little shaky. I think this is my lineup. Like, Cody Clemens definitely needs to play. And I think I'd rather have him in left than have the flexibility of bringing Jenkins or Outman on. Larnick, I'll see if he can turn it around. But here we go. Game 5. Joe Ryan, Max Fried. We're back. Clean first inning. If we go to the World Series in year 1, like, I don't know if that's more impressive or the series I did in Out of the Park 26, where I made it to the World Series in year 2 as the Rockies. I don't know which is more impressive. Probably the Rockies one. Ooh, Luke Keeschel to the moon. Gone. A solo home run. We're on the board. Gone fishing. Gone fishing. Oh, Louis Armstrong. All right, Joe, I believe in you. Good man. Nothing for us in the second. Trent Grisham has 6 home runs in the playoffs. He has 3 of them against little old me. Oh, and Giancarlo Stanton hits a homer, and now Ryan McMahon is on second. Cody Bellinger hits it to the wall. Never mind, it was caught at the warning track. Listen, it's hard to see the ball in this overcast of gloom that's happening. Come on, Garantini. Right now, Miguel Amaya is my starting catcher next year. And it sucks that he's not eligible for the playoffs. If he were, he would be my starter without question. But instead, because he wasn't on my 40 man on September 1st, he has to miss out. All right. Come on, Joe. Give me the 4th at least. Good man. Anything for us? Trevor Larnach's on second. Urshela, swing and a miss. Oh, boy. Remember what I said about Thunderberg only coming in when we're up or down by like 5? But to be honest, I think he's going to come in this inning. Let's see if Joe Ryan can get Volpe at least. He does. All right, that's it for Joe Ryan. I'm pulling him now. He's just looking way too shaky today. All right, all I need Thunderberg to do is get Bellinger this inning, get Jazz Chisholm and Aaron Judge the next inning. How hard could that be? All right, he gets Bellinger. Good start. Anything for us in the 5th? Nope. Come on, Cody. And he gave up a solo shot to Aaron Judge. That's what I get. That is what I get for bringing him in when I said I wouldn't. It's kind of rough on him because he did genuinely have an okay season. It's just that he very simply allowed too many hits. And he walks Ben Rice on 4. Yep, he's done. Get him out. We'll get Ryan Burr up. Get me out of the inning, buddy. Good man. Can you get me the 7th? Good. All right, so I have to burn 2 pitchers for this. Good news is we have an off day tomorrow. So if I go Cantanero and Sands, I think we're okay. 2 on, no outs. Cody Clemens, let's go. He's always a home run threat. Hits it up to center, but that's not even close to deep enough. That does move Royce Lewis at least, but that also sets up the inevitable double play ball. I'm pinch hitting for Carantini here. Walker Jenkins is going to get the bat. Hits it into left. That's down. Royce Lewis should score. Urshela doesn't have great speed, but he's going home, and he is safe. 2 RBI double for Walker Jenkins. 1-run ball game. Brooks Lee grounds out to short. This guy. It's like every time we start to get something going, Brooks Lee is there to just ground out immediately. And then Buxton K's. I need a pitcher. Ryan Burr tore his UCL. Well, that sucks. He's out for all next season. That's terrible. He was so good for us this year. Sub 3 ERA, 109 whip, worth almost 2 WAR. He was awesome. And now he's out for all next season. Man. All right, Cantorino is going to come in, but that's awful. Jenkins is done. So we're going to bring in Banuelos to catch. All right, Matt, I need you to give me this inning. Good luck. Good man. 12 pitches, okay. All right, here we go. 1 run ties it up. 2 gives us the lead going into the 9th. Keishel gets us started. Line drive into right. Let's go. That's 2 pitchers now that are out for next year with Tommy John. I'm going to get Topple warming up regardless of if we tie it up or take the lead or if we're still down. Wallner flies out. That's not going to move him. Come on, Larnick, redeem yourself. Yeah. I'm going to trade him. Pete Fairbanks also just got hurt. I'm going to trade Larnick. Like, that's just kind of where I'm at. Royce Lewis hits it deep into center. Over the head. What happened there? Trent Grisham. Luke Keishel makes it home, and we have a tie ball game. Gio Urshela to give us the lead. Nope, he pops up. All right, tie ball game going into the 9th. I'm going straight to Justin Tapa. Red hot right now. 2 runners on, 1 out. It's fine. I'm not worried. He'll strike out our boy or get him to hit back to the pitcher. We get the out at second. Jason Dominguez, runners at the corners, 2 outs, hits it to third. Urshela's there. The throw gets him. Okay. So that was a lot of pitches. So I'm going to get Cole Sands for the 10th if it comes to that. Okay. Cody Clemens and David Benuelos have to hit. We'll see if I want to pinch hit for Brooks Lee. Here's Cody Clemens. Pops it up to the second base. Never mind to center. The depth perception screwed me there. Benuelos, he walked off the Mariners. He cannot do the same. Or excuse me, he walked off the Rangers. I'm going to let Brooks Lee face Yarborough. Soft grounder to second. All right, we're going to extra innings in Game 5 of the ALCS. Cole Sands is on the mound. And there is no ghost runner in the playoffs for extra innings, which I like. Even though, as a Tigers fan, having to watch the 15 inning or whatever slugfest with the Mariners was depressing last season. He walked Aaron Judge. I don't hate that development, but we need to get Chisholm then. To second, they get the force out at first. You couldn't get the double play there, Royce? Ben Rice hits it in, gone. Okay. Bottom of the 10th, Buxton, Keishel, Wallner. Here we go. Merrill Kelly on the mound for the Yankees, and Buxton pops it up. He's 0 for 5. I'm really scared that injury he suffered hurt his ratings a bunch because he was doing so well until that injury. Here's Luke Keishel. Swing and a miss. Matt Wallner. Home run threat, but also has 200 Ks. And instead he pops out here. Okay, so we're now at the point where I can't really afford to go 1 reliever an inning. So Cole Sands is going to face Josh Bell, and then we'll see what I do next. Bell hits it into right, and it's down. He continues to just exact vengeance against me. And Grisham walked. Oh, this could get ugly. I need a double play. Keckering's going to have to get me it. Stanton hits it up into left, caught in foul territory. Ryan McMahon hits it deep into left. That ball is gone. 3-run shot from McMahon. And it's getting worse as Bellinger's aboard now. All right, Judge struck out. Well, we need 3 runs to tie. Larnick grounds out very quickly to second. Royce Lewis gets it down in center. We have life. Urshela. All right. Royce advances on the wild pitch. or passed ball, technically. That throw looked off, but I'll allow it. All right, Cody Clemens, our last out, hits it up to left field, but that's going to be caught. If we do end up losing the series, this is going to be the loss that I think burns the most because we had him. We just blew it. Yeah, unfortunately, our bullpen just ran out of gas. And now Ryan Burr, who was one of our best relievers this season, has Tommy John, and so he's done for a year. Like he's done, and that sucks. So he was so good this year. He was going to be probably not going to be our closer next year, but definitely would have been the leading setup man. Now he's out. I like how I can only put him on the player. Can I just move him to the 60-day? Yes. Okay, so now I have a legitimate problem in terms of my bullpen. I'm also very annoyed that I can't pull Merriweather back after the ALCS. Aha! Bailey Ober is back. Perfect. Okay, so here's what we're going to do. Where'd he go? There he is. Yoink. I am going to move Bailey Ober to the pen for the rest of the series. I don't know if that's what I'm going to do if we get to the World Series, but for the rest of this series, he's going to be out of the pen because Taj Bradley isn't going to pitch anyway. So there's no point in swapping him out. Oh, brother. That sucked. Losing Burr for an entire year is that's two players that have gotten Tommy John in the last like 3 episodes. All right. So it's Zebby Matthews against Garrett Cole. I think I'm going to give Carantini the start. I don't know if that's the best outcome, but that's what I'm doing. Larnick is done for the rest of the series. He's not playing. So we're going to go. Do I play Jenkins and Wright that much? Only on occasion. Walker Jenkins. Yeah, we're going to give Jenkins the start in right field. Clemens is going to bat fourth. Jenkins will move to seventh. Larnick, I know his bat is good. He did pretty well this season. He led the American League in RBIs, but there is no one I trust less right now. All right, Zebby Matthews. We are back in the Bronx. I'm scared. Matt Wallner, Cody Clemens are both aboard for Royce Lewis. Hits it up to left, but that's going to be caught to end the inning. Anything for us? Nothing for us in the first or the second. Luke Keeschel is aboard. Wallner walks. 2 on for Cody Clemens. Swing and a miss. I could also make the argument that Byron Buxton should be benched, but come on. Also, him defensively in center field is worth 7 Trevor Larnacks in right. There we go, Girasella solo shot. Let's go. Keep it going. Keep it going, sir. Walker Jenkins out at the track. I thought that had the distance. It did not. Carantini grounds out. I think Carantini's going to have to deal with the fact he's going to be our backup catcher again. All right, Zebby, can you give me the fifth? He does. Yeah, he's on 92 pitches. All right, so Zebby is done. We're going to get Festa warming up. Wallner K's. Clark Schmidt out of the pen. I don't think we've seen him this series, have we? They've been hiding him. Cody Clemens gets it down. Yeah, he just had not pitched this whole series. Cody Clemens legitimately is playing himself into a roster spot next year, which I did not at all see coming. Lewis K's, Urshela flies out. All right. Bottom of the sixth we go. That is it for Zebby. 5 innings, 2 hits, no earned runs, 2 walks, 10 strikeouts. Beautiful start from Zebby Matthews as we go to David Festa to face the top of the order. Clean inning from him. We're going to get. So this is where I also have to worry about a potential game 7. But if I don't pitch Tapa or Sands in a game set in this game, they'll be ready for tomorrow. So we're going to get Montgomery ready. All right, Walker Jenkins, please God. He walked. All right. What's his walk? Yeah, I mean he's in the 80th percentile for walk rate. Because it's not like he walks a decent amount and he doesn't strike out a ton. The problem is the hitting aspect. As he gets the steal there, Carantini grounds out to third. This man is going to be the death of me. And Brooks Lee grounds out to third. Anyone else want to ground out to third? What say you, Buxton? Oh, my God. 3 straight ground out. Of course. All right. So S. Chisholm, you better or worse against lefties this year. You were so much worse against lefties. All right, we'll make the switch now. Montgomery's coming in. Clean inning of work. How many pitches is he on? 10. All right, we'll see. Anything for us in the 8th? No. Oh. I'm going to get Taylor Rogers warming up. Ideally, Montgomery can get me 2 outs. He gets Grisham to pop up. Very good, sir. Giancarlo Stanton hits it deep to left and gone. 380 feet. Stanton's 5th home run of the playoffs. Tie ball game. Oh, brother. All right. Volpe grounds out to end the inning. All right, I'm going to sit Taylor down. Let's see if we can get a run. Gio Urshela is up first. Hits it up into center, but that is going to be caught. I'm going to let Walker Jenkins hit. Swing and a miss. We're going to pinch hit for Carantini. I'm going to give... You know what? I'm going to give Larnach 1 at bat to see if he can hit a solo home run and ride off into the sunset. All right, they walked him. Here's Brooks Lee. If he would have gotten picked off there, and Brooksley struck out, so it didn't matter. Okay. Benuelos is going to come in to catch. And then, please don't be cold. Okay. We're going to go Taylor Rogers for the 9th. I think if we're going to go down, we're going to bring out our closer to go down swinging. Bellinger's up first. Flies out to right. Here's Aaron Judge. Walked him, which I don't hate in that scenario. He hit Jazz Chisholm. And he injured Jazz Chisholm. Okay, here's Ben Rice. A line drive. They probably win the game. And it is down in front of the left fielder, but Aaron Judge does not have the speed. All right, Josh Bell, our former designated hitter. We trade him to the Yankees. He has a chance to send this game to 7. Full count, the pitch, swing and a miss. Ooh. Everyone, exhale. Trent Grisham. He is the most red-hot player in the playoffs right now. 6 home runs, 0 for 3 today. The pitch, swing and a miss. We're going to extras again. Oh, what a series this is. Okay, so now I don't want to pitch Funderbunk. I don't really want to pitch Bailey Ober. However, I run out of arms at that point for next game. I'm going to get Funderburk warming up. But man, would I like a run or two here. Buxton, just take the walk. Thank you. Obviously, we are stealing on Ben Rice. Easy steal. Okay. Luke Keeschel hits it into right. That should be deep enough to move Buxton. And it is. Matt Wallner. They walk him intentionally, which, fair. Cody Clemens struck out. Oh, that sucks. And Royce Lewis went down looking. That was terrible. Okay, I'm leaving Rogers in to face Stanton. Let me confirm that really quick with the splits. Sure. And then Funderburk can come in. Good. All right, now all Funderburk needs to do is get me 2 outs, and Amado Rosario is one of them. Gets him to pop up to first. Luke is there. All right, Volpe. Struck out looking. Very good. All right, top of the 11th, Gio Urshela is up first. Hits it into left. That'll be caught. I'm going to pinch hit for Walker Jenkins. James Outman is going to get the bat. I need his power for the chance at a solo shot. No dice. Swing and a miss. Benuelos hits it into right. That's gone. Solo shot from the backup catcher. 322 feet. Now the plan changes. Mark Cantanero is going to come on for the 11th. Benuelos is just having a fun time out there. He got a walk-off home run against the Rangers to send us to the playoffs. Gets a home run here to give us the lead. Anything can happen. Outman in right. Levon Soto is going to come in for Royce Lewis at second. Cantanero. Actually, here, let me just do the mound visit. All right, Cantanero is coming in. It's Bellinger, Judge, and Escara. Here we go. 3 outs. We're going to the World Series. Down goes Bellinger. Judge hits it up into left. Not deep enough, though. He does get on base. Here's Escara. He hits it down into right. Judge is going to go to second. Ben Rice. Guys. 2-2 count. Hits it to third. Second for one. First for two. He got it. The Twins. Folks, we are going to the World Series in year one of the rebuild. That'll do. That'll do. Zebby Matthews pitched a shutout. I think the bullpen overall did really well. Montgomery, I left him in too long. Funderburk got the win, which is hilarious. Quintanilla gets the save. Banuelos with the home run shot. Good for him. Good for him. We beat the Yankees in 6. That's crazy. I should probably have a look at what's happening on the other side. Mets are up 3-2. Dodgers tie it up. Of course. Of course. Because who else would it be? All right. I don't believe. Can I bring back Merriweather? Oh, I don't have room. Hold on. From my understanding of the rule, he should be able to come back. Because playoff IL. Oh, no, it is rest of that round and the next. Why is it also the next? That seems rough. All right, so no Merriweather for the World Series, which sucks. So, hey, Funderburk, come back. Well, I mean, okay. So be it. Let us advance through the off day. So Zebby will be healthy for game 2. All right, well, let's save. And I think this is where we will end because I imagine the World Series will take a bit, and I would rather this not be a 3-hour video. So I think what I will do is I'll stop the video here, this episode, and then next time we'll pick up with the World Series. Also, good God, those start times. 11:05 Central. Or no, excuse me, 10:05 Central, 11:05 Eastern. People would riot if that was the actual start time. But folks, we've made it to the World Series in year 1. Like, what a time we live in. What a time. And our reward is to face the Dodgers. But thank you all for watching, especially those of you that talked in the Twitch chat for a bit. Much appreciated. I think we definitely have some lineup decisions that we need to figure out because a lot of our bats have gone cold. And like Cody Clemens has been our best hitter so far, which is kind of a scary statement. We'll have to figure that out. I currently have Cody Funderburk and Bailey Ober in my bullpen because Julian Mayweather is out. And unfortunately, Ryan Burr has Tommy John and will miss the entire 2027 season. which sucks. He was one of our best relievers this year. We signed him as a free agent before the season began, and he's been spectacular. So that sucks to see. But now we face the Los Angeles Dodgers for the World Series and a chance for immortality. But that is next time, as this is where I will end. Thank you all for watching, and I will see you next time where we have a date with destiny and the Dodgers.